wanting to try my hand at this for quite some time, since well before the 52-week art journal journey, or even my 100-day art journal. You can click the link in the description to learn more about that. I was still in that very long stretch of rarely making art when I first saw people dragging paint-laden metal ball chains, which I was most familiar with seeing as pull chains on lights or around necks, across various surfaces to create what looked like some sort of calla lily type abstract flower. And it was really messy. Messier than is convenient for an art journal. And if I'm saying it's too messy, you know it must be pretty messy. But I've seen it done differently many times since then, and I'm inviting you to watch my first attempts at this and give it a try yourself. Welcome to week 43 of the 52-week art journal journey. I'm Melinda, and I'm here to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and establish a healthy habit of creative self-care with my simple form of art journaling. One small art and journaling prompt each week for 1 year. If you're new and curious, check out links in the description to learn more. I started my experiment with yarn because it was nearby. I also had a short length of twine that came around something I bought. I didn't end up trying that because it was too rigid and held the curves it was already bent into. You need to be able to sort of drizzle, I guess would be a good word, whatever string-like material you use to lay and pull your paint. I didn't have any regular string, but we use what we have, right? As well as yarn, I had acrylic craft paint, of course. It's a staple of this journey that proves it doesn't have to cost a lot of money to reclaim your creativity. It's also a decent consistency for this, and an art journal is actually laid out ideally, except for not being able to do your journaling on the page opposite to your small art. Speaking of journaling, let's journal about music today. I'm often listening to something while I am filming or making art in general. My taste in music may be classified as eclectic, but I'm also realizing more and more how many people have diverse tastes in music. Maybe I won't risk offending anyone by telling you the types of music I almost never enjoy. Yes, there are types of music I don't enjoy and even seriously dislike, but I'm rambling. Music. Turning some on, and especially turning it up, can give me a needed energy boost, and I use it for that quite often. It can also spark or inform our creativity. I've wanted to do a prompt of playing some favorite music, or even something specific, and just drawing or painting or coloring along. But that doesn't really work for a YouTube video with copyrights, not to mention our divergent tastes. I still remember doing this at least once in music class during elementary school. I let the title of the music be my starting inspiration, and I loved that day of class. Do you ever use music to inspire or prompt your creativity? Do you ever play particular types to go along with your mood or to improve it? Music can be another important creative self-care tool. Take some time to think about and write about how music influences you and how you use it to enhance your life. As you can see, I took some time to see how much more paint I could get out of my original pieces of yarn. As the yarn absorbs quite a lot, you may have noticed how much paint it took to get these pieces ready to try. I think these look pretty cool on this messed up journal page. I had intended to try embroidery floss next, but figured that since it's made to pull apart, it might not be the greatest. But I found some Elmer's brand braiding cord. It did not work well. I guess it was too narrow as well as too rigid or not absorbent. So I decided to try the embroidery floss after all. It didn't work too badly. I then decided to go back to my original gray yarn, but use a longer length to try to create something a little more intricate isn't quite the right word. I wanted to get more curves. As you have seen in this video, the first step after getting all of your supplies together is to get your string well covered with paint. If you need to, you can squeeze a little off with the paintbrush if you use a paintbrush, which makes things easier and less unmanageably messy. After it is well covered with paint, lay it on your paper. The word I used earlier was drizzle, and that's still the best I can come up with. Lay it across your paper like you are drizzling something sweet across a scrumptious dessert. Close your journal, put some pressure on the top page, and slowly and gently but firmly pull your non-painted end of your string that you left hanging out at the bottom out from between the pages. Then open your journal back up to see your interesting results. Here's a quick sneaky peeky at how I typically use up leftover paint. I'll be sharing a reel with more and how I use my tissue paper, which would make a really fun non-52-week art journal journey YouTube video. I'm excited that I will soon be sharing more of my art on YouTube and also opening a new online shop where you will be able to purchase original artwork and items with my artwork and hand-painted collage papers. I'll be back next week with another small art and journaling prompt. In the meantime, enjoy pulling some paint into interesting shapes. You can also check out past prompts for more inspiration. Thank you for joining me and giving me the opportunity to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and take time for creative self-care. If you need to be reminded, art making is not a waste of time. If you found value in this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe. I'm loving the kind comments that are coming in. Check out the description for the links I have mentioned and more. And make some art, my friend. Here's my final art journal spread with this technique for this week's prompt. Not bad for early attempts. They're definitely interesting. And I hope you have a lot of fun creating whatever it is you see in these.